Yeah. What's up, everyone? Yeah. All right. So let me turn that off there. That was a little Aerosmith. We had that. That is our theme song for School of Stock. I don't know if anybody knows that trivia. The School of Stock was a concept I came up with years ago, and it was just going to be an educational site where we could, have education on it and stuff. So I've always worked on it, and I had some cool videos done on it, some commercials done for it and stuff, and you'll start seeing those again because today, after working on this thing for probably the last 3 years intensely, and then of course the knowledge comes from the last 26 years, and probably I would say the last 10 years it's been really refined. I've always gotten the question, John, I followed you for so long, and since we're on that topic, started trading in '96, started teaching on day trading radio in 2007. And never really, I'd put out my videos. You've probably seen a lot of the videos on YouTube, especially my famous ones in the beginning when I was down in Florida, just throwing the books around and trying to, that was a different time. That was back 2007. That was before the financial collapse, too. So, a lot of things have changed, and the markets are great now. They're fantastic, and it's a different world. There's regulation. There's just a lot of things that have changed, and we know that certain things are going to happen in the market. But overall, we're going to be looking at making a lot of money in the market. So, over the last, 3 or 4 years, I've been continually being, asked, do I have something? Do I have a course on this stuff, or do I always have to listen to the radio to learn it? Well, at that point, you had to listen to the radio. I mean, I'd go over it all the time and try to teach little aspects of it, points here and points there, and send out periodical videos and information. But for now, it's the first time ever, that I've been able to compile all that information into one place and make a course out of it. So, introducing today, kind of a soft launch. I mentioned it on the show. We have the HPS High Probability Trading Methodology and the Ultimate Divergence course. Now, the divergences, as you know, I trade that pretty much exclusively on day trading radio. The HPS methodology is the foundation of the whole method, and this is stuff that I trade all the time and we talk about all the time. There's other things on the site. Again, what you're looking at right now is the Day Trading Radio School of Stock. So if you go to theschoolofstock.com, it'll bring you to this page, and it'll show the courses here. I'll scroll down and show you some of the things, and it's really the holding page from a lot of the products that Day Trading Radio has. You can actually access the tradeometer here. You can access some packages, very good packages, because that's a big thing for us here at Day Trading Radio. Is when we bundle some of the indicators that we do with the membership, you get a better price and stuff. So all this is laid out for you on this site. So we're going to be using this site more actively, and with the introduction of 2 really great courses. Now, like I said, these are paid courses. They're $4.99 and $3.49, and I think it's cheap compared to what's out there. I mean, this is over 20 years of information and all my notes and stuff, and stuff. I could give you a fast run through of it. We have a free course which is good for beginners, but the HPS methodology is the foundation. It's really important to start off with that. The Ultimate Divergence course is really focused on divergences and the whole method of trading divergences and making a lot of money using them. And you probably, again, everything here is what I preach and what I teach. And then, of course, we have some plans here, 3-year plans. If you get everything together and all bundled up, you save a lot of money. You have the tradeometer combo. We always have lifetime plans. We always appreciate the lifetime members that support us. Day Trading Radio and the tradeometer subscriptions are also on there. And these are by the year, but you can get those by the month also. You just click on the thing and it'll bring you right to the page. So all that's there. But the important thing are these courses. So we got our first course out, high probability setups, and again, I go into a little detail, what who I am and what the course is about. It's, and my philosophies and stuff. And then on the bottom here, you'll get a list of all the lessons in it. You can even preview a couple of the lessons, and it breaks down. This is like, again, the best way to put this is it's a foundation for traders. It is something that it keeps everything in a very tight, precise criteria. It's a business plan, and that's something you have to remember. You have a business plan, and this is your business plan. So hopefully you take advantage of that. It's some great information. I could even go into one of them or not. Maybe I'll do that again. There is some free things out there. You get a picture of it. I mean, there's just tremendous information. Hold on a second. Let me see. I want to kill two birds with one stone and show you a little trick here. It's not a trick, but it could be confusing. So if you go on the course and you order the course, just click on that. You bring it down. You add it to your cart. You go through the process of sign up. You have to you have to register, so you have your username and password. You go to proceed to checkout. Everything goes smoothly, and then what happens is you get your receipt. You check out. This is mine right here. And then after all, you could go back right when you get your receipt. You can go back to my profile up on the top, and I'll show you where that is. Let me go back here. Let me zoom that. Push this down a little. If you go on the top of the site, you'll see a menu up here. And after you go from that checkout and you get your receipt, you'll get an email confirmation, and then you could go to my profile, and you'll see your profile, and you'll see all your courses here. And then when you click on your courses, it'll bring you to your course page, and then it'll have your different courses right here, and you can actually click on them. It'll tell you the progress of your lesson. There's some handouts. A lot of them are video courses, about, there's hours and hours of information on here. So sometimes a course might be a video talking about how to identify and what's the proper technique in the divergence spotting. Everything. Again, this is a divergence course, 3-minute divergence, sweet spot. So most of this course is videos. I give you a blueprint on how to exactly develop a trade plan. We've developed that trade plan for you on this beautiful video. We talk about, everything's there for you. Divergence rules. Go into a lot of information on here. Talking about how to scale in and scale out, what your position size is relative to your size of your account. I give you a spreadsheet, and along with that video, you get a lot of information. Usually, things in red are personal notes of mine. The whole thing is written. I wrote the whole thing, but important levels that we want to pay attention to, important things we want to pay attention to are in red. And again, there's a lot of information here, and I'm always going to be monitoring it. So if you have any questions, every lesson has an area where you can ask any questions, and I get right back to you on those questions, answer your questions, add any material that needs to be added, and material will be added to these courses constantly, because certain lessons are placeholders for current setups, like some stocks and stuff that I am following. So if you have a divergence course here, I'm going to be showing you divergence trades, current HPS divergence trades, and you go right on there, and you'll see these will be active trades. Actually, you can click on them and actually understand and see them work. So they will be the real time. Well, you get that as a member of Day Trader Radio also, but it'll also be added onto this. So that's an overview of the HPS. That's actually the divergence course, and of course you have the other course. Of course, that's getting a little crazy. Now, just remember what this represents. The divergence and the HPS Foundation course represent what Day Trading Radio is about when we trade. Now, I am a broadcaster. I'm on the market. I'm on the air from 8 o'clock until 4 o'clock basically every day except Fridays. And so I'm answering questions, pointing out setups and stuff. And I trade the HPS setups, but I also trade the setups that the methodology gives me. I'm very strict to following the methodology and the criteria. I wait for the signals because I have to prove that those techniques are viable. You can't be random. You have to be pretty strict on your methodology, else that you can throw it out. So that's why when you look at if you go to Day Trading Radio, you can look at my history, and we update all the charts, update the all the trades, and all these trades are HPS trades. That means they all fall in the criteria that is high probability. And again, most of these are divergences, and as you can see, these are the trades. Now, I'm not trading $1,000. The HPS originally was called the 10 for 1,000 watch list, and the concept of this was to buy 100 shares of each of the setups and expect a 1 point move out of each of the setups that were on the watch list for each week. Now, the thing was, I tried to do 10 stocks, but not always you're going to have 10 stocks lining up properly. So the thing with this thing is now progressed and evolved into what we call the high probability setups instead of the 10 for 1,000 watch list, and we put them on there as they set up. So as an HPS setup lines up and triggers, I put it on the HPS site, and it ends up on. We trade it, and I put it out there, and you get it delivered and stuff. So all that work is based on these courses. This is what outlines what gets us in. So you can look back and again, most of the setups, I try to keep it very consistent. If it's a stock over $100, I usually take 50 shares, and I want to show this on the most basic level. I'm not going to step up and say, all right, I'm buying 5,000 shares here, 5,000 shares there. What that does, it kind of dissuades a lot of people that don't trade at that level. We have a lot of big traders, you have a lot of small traders, but you have to be realistic. You have to be realistic in your trade and see what you can get from these setups. So this is my average setups is 100 shares and 50 shares, and I'm going to take each of the HPS setups based off the criteria and the methodology, and I want to take it and I want to take it off, and this is the results. This is what you get. If you multiplied that by 1,000 shares per position, then you're going to multiply your earnings. If you're going to scale back, you're going to scale back your earnings. But this is a basic, usually 100 shares, and there'll be cases, there'll be cases I'll step up, I'll get 300 shares or something. But you'll notice that usually the lower price stocks, we stick around 300 shares, the higher price stocks, 50, 40, and then we scale in as it. But that's the methodology. And then we have very consistent profits everything. And this is even better. This is even great for both part-time traders and full-time traders, because full-time traders, they automatically get it. You're there. You might as well take it. Part-time traders, these things don't set up every single day, and when they do set up, look at the results. I mean, they say, all right, I have a couple of extra $1,000 I want to invest. I'll take an HPS setup. I'll get out when he does, and I'll maybe I'll make a couple $1,000s a month extra income. We're trying to be realistic in it. It all depends on what you're dealing with and how much money you're willing to spend, put out there in a trade. But I can't determine that. All I could do is show you a consistent return on a consistent methodology with consistent shares, and basically that's what you want to see. That's a business plan, and that's how it works. Sometimes I might have been away. We had December. We didn't trade much in December, but overall, this is the average, and you could get all that information on the site. And that's the HPS methodology being released for the first time ever. Let's see what else we have. All right, I'll give you a fast look at the HPS Foundation Courses. As I call it the Foundation Course, I just believe it's the best beginning program. Also experienced. I mean, it gets more and more advanced as we go through it. Philosophy, methods, goals, developing a trading plan. I mean, that's very important. Of course, basic terms and definitions, trends and trend lines. These are the 5 indicators that we'd like to look at. So each one is a lesson on itself. Candlesticks, head and shoulders, some pattern recognition and some patterns, very important. And then we have the trade, the playbook trades, and then examples used live. A lot of stuff on here. Divergence course preview at the end there. But that's it. And that's, again, always adding lessons to this. So it's a continuing growing thing, but you get it all with the one price. All right, and I have one last thing. Kind of feel like Steve Jobs when he came out with the Apple, and he said, well, and we have one more thing to show you. So, all this is based, the high probability methodology is, based on this strict criteria and stuff. And over the years, we've prided ourselves in it and teach it and stuff. And we train with it, we teach it, we trade with it every single day. Over the years, people come and go. Not everyone's cut out to be a trader. It takes a lot of dedication. And we're talking about a trader like a full-time trader. That is a difficult thing to do. I mean, you have to have your stuff together. It's not easy. You got to almost be privileged to start. You have to have some cash available. You can't be just playing with your paycheck every week, especially if you have responsibilities in a family. So it's difficult to get started. And a lot of people just, find that if the setups are not there, they push themselves to trade. You try to make something happen. And I always say that's always the worst. One of the worst things you could do is try to trade when there's nothing there to trade, or remember what we have. I have identified the setups that are the best setups. All we have to do is wait for them to set up and then take them. And the results are there. You see it. So what makes people fail is being over trading. Over trading it doesn't have to be, I'm trading 50 times this week. It could be, I'm trading 5 times this week. I traded too much by trading 2 times this week. It really depends on what's going on. And the HPS will keep you out of that and keep you sane and stuff. So, this is, great for whoever's trading at the time, but it's even great and probably better for the part-time trader. The HPS methodology is perfect for the part-time trader. If you look back at how I trade, we get in a couple positions a week. Our average hold, or what my HPS average hold would be, maybe 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. In some cases, I'm holding them 2 weeks and 3 weeks. But on average, we would be considered swing traders. We wouldn't be considered scalpers. There is a lot of scalps that we take that we set up during the day, and that's for the people who are interested in that. But the majority of the time when we have an HPS set up, we set it up, about it before it happens, and then when it happens, you get alerted to it, and you can take your trade, and you get alerted to when you get out, and you don't have to be in front of the computer. So we recognize that, and a lot of people probably appreciate that, having that, because they don't have time to watch the radio all the time, to watch the radio time. So we are offering the HPS methodology, or the HPS setups, basically the setups, the alerts. Not the day trading radio portion of it. They're it's a little separate. But the alerts, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So introduced in the high probability setup website. It's a little branch off of everything. It's kind of a la carte for those that can't watch the show, or feel that they don't need the other services and stuff. This really, it just is really catered towards part-time traders. People cannot be in front of the markets every day, or just want the good research sent to them. They just want the research done and sent. It doesn't enable you to get on the site, get in the chat room. It doesn't let you, see the trade alert boxes and stuff like that. It is just the research portion of it. All right, so it's my research. You get an HPS site, you get the alerts. There's a little page about it when you go to HPS. It talks about what the setup is about, but you know about this. Basically, you get the, let me go back here. This breaks down, how over the years I have traded, was a pretty active trader back in the day, and slowly being able to track all my results and stuff. I've seen that as the HPS methodology was improved and built, that the less and less trades would fall into that category, but my percentage winners and losers would continue to go up. So that's why it's important to recognize that, and that's over a long period of time. So we talk about that, and then I started marking down and writing down and detailing and back testing all these criteria that I put together, the 5 indicators, and how they react to each other, and slowly it came across, and then we built this site. And anytime we have something that meets the criteria, it gets added to the site, and everything is automatic from that point on. You get a video with it and a detailed chart of each setup. So if it's an HPS setup, and remember that HPS setup really represents the 2 best HPS playbook plays. Don't get confused by saying it's only 2 setups a week. It's not 2 setups a week. It's 2 best setups. I'm limiting the setups to only the best, and I've been doing that on the HPS setups for everyone now. It's just important to understand that. And again, it goes along with the course. You could learn that on your own with the course also. So we have the setup. You saw the setups. This is very similar to what I just was showing you. This is the current setup right now. As you can see, some current stocks open. Schlumberger just hit its target. Stericycle, just to give you an example, is a setup that is starting to move up now, and it hit our trigger today and bounced, and really aggressive move. And when you get that, you get the alert, and I'll show you that again. We'll go back there. When we go down, you'll get the videos. You don't have to be in front of your computer. You get a text message. So we actually have a great little email alert system where you can get your trade alerts. Well, actually, I want to show it to you on the site. So if you go up on the site and you sign in, if I could do that, hold on. All right, I just signed in. I logged in, and you'll see that you have an account and you have Alert Manager here. The Alert Manager enables you to subscribe to the HPS alerts and the HPS announcements. Now you can do that, and then you can also get text alerts. All right. Yeah, this is good. Now the one I just showed you was the scaled down version. This one, for purposes when I was building this page, I was using the Day Trading Radio one, where you get trade alerts, HPS alerts, RAM bot alerts, and DTR announcements. That is only now with the HPS a la carte. You only get the HPS alerts. So just remember that's it. And again, thing. And then we have some things. And then I am added a new site to both the Day Trading Radio members, and of course HPS goes to the Day Trading Radio members. But you will also eventually get this new site I am working on. It's part of the HPS. It's called HPS Dividend, and it's a combination of the best dividend plays, but with the HPS setup behind them. And it's almost going to be the dream team is going to be there. Also, the 10 best stocks to be in for both, income-bearing returns, and then just just good capital gains. You want to get some nice gains on it. So this whole thing is about $29.95. It's discounted from the Day Trading Radio one, and it's tremendous value because that's the stocks you get here. You can see the returns on this, so you should pay for that easily on one trade, 1/2 of a trade, and that's it. So you can just go to the highprobabilitysetups.com. Check it out as much as you want. Subscribe. And again, I don't want people to think that this is the same as Day Trading Radio. It's not the same as Day Trading Radio. Day Trading Radio is a full boat with everything. You won't get, if you get onto this and try to listen, you're still going to have your commercials and stuff. You're still going to have your members only sections, but you will get the HPS watch list and the video and the alerts there. And the resulting trades, if you take them, every trade here accounted for, and as you can see, the results are pretty good. So that's going to be it. I would like to thank you for listening, and I hope to see you on the courses, because I'll be answering people's questions, and that's it. So I'll see you in the markets.